Alright guys, today we are kicking things off in Shelby, North Carolina, where the auditor wastes no time jumping straight into another First Amendment test outside a dispensary. At first, the interaction stays calm, with one employee politely asking questions and trying to understand why cameras are rolling. The auditor explains his purpose clearly, but you can already feel the tension building underneath the surface. Even though the conversation begins respectfully, this is usually the exact moment where curiosity quickly turns into confrontation once emotions start taking over instead of common sense.
How you doing? Not too bad. I can't really hear you. I'm sorry, because of all the traffic. I'm sorry, you said what now? What do you mean, what's going on?
You're recording, right?
Yeah.
Is there something cool going on?
Is there something cool going on?
Yeah.
I don't know. What you got going on in there?
I was just curious. My customer was wondering why she was being recorded.
Oh.
Buckle up, guys, because this is where the entire atmosphere suddenly shifts from calm discussion into emotional chaos. A woman instantly becomes irritated over being filmed in public and starts challenging the auditor's right to record. Instead of simply walking away, she escalates the situation with insults and frustration, while the auditor pushes back hard with sarcasm and verbal jabs of his own. The biggest takeaway here is how fast everyday encounters spiral out of control once people feel personally offended by a camera, even when nobody is physically interfering with them.
Okay.
So I was just curious.
Yeah, well, I'm out here. I'm stress testing our First Amendment right to the freedom of press in public.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Like, you're totally fine.
Yeah, it's
I
all
was
good.
just curious.
All right.
Have a wonderful day.
You as well. Take it easy. That was a real treacherous walk you needed a chaperone for. You're gonna call the cops because I'm using a telephone? Knock yourself out.
Why are you still recording?
Because.
I don't.
What right is that? What right is that? Your First Amendment right?
I say you have permission to record me?
I don't need it.
Yes, you did.
No, I don't. Where do you even get that from?
Go get a job.
This is my job, lady. You're bringing your kid into a dispensary. Relax. Calm down. Just go smoke some weed and calm down. You're having a panic attack over a phone. Needed a chaperone to give me attitude. Oh.
Alright guys, now another bystander decides to step into the situation, and once again the same question gets repeated. Why are you recording? The auditor sticks to his script about protecting constitutional rights, while the man keeps trying to challenge him about laws and boundaries. What really stands out here is how uncomfortable people become the moment they realize recording in public is generally protected activity. Instead of ignoring the camera and moving on, multiple people choose confrontation, which only creates more drama and attracts even more attention to the situation.
This is my job. No. Oh, you got me. I'm sorry, buddy?
Can I ask what you're recording for?
Of course.
What are you recording for?
I'm out here stress testing our First Amendment right to the freedom of press in public. Do you support the Constitution?
I know that it's actually against the Constitution to film in this car and people in it.
Where does it say that?
Under the law.
Yeah? What do the handcuffs mean?
It means you gotta get that camera away from the window.
Huh?
You gotta get that camera away from the window.
Or what? You just pulled up to me. Don't pull up to me and tell me what to do. If you don't want to be in front of the camera, just drive away. There was no reason to even stop.
Yeah, that's why my wife's on the phone because you're recording our car. You got a mask by the time.
Oh, well, you're gonna call the cops? You're gonna call the cops because somebody's using their telephone.
Here we go, guys, because the police finally arrive on scene after complaints start pouring in from the dispensary and nearby customers. The first officer approaches professionally and keeps the conversation calm while trying to figure out what exactly is happening. The auditor immediately makes it clear he is not interested in answering unnecessary questions beyond explaining his First Amendment activity. Credit where it's due, though. The officer remains respectful, doesn't overreact, and avoids turning a simple call into a much bigger issue than it actually needed to be.
See you later, buddy. See you later, buddy. Where does it say that?
Under the law.
Yeah? What do the handcuffs mean? I think we already got Shelby police pulling up. How's it going?
Good, you?
Not too bad. Could be a little bit sunnier, but
Yeah. Alright, so my name is Officer Gross.
Yep.
Shelby PD. Do you care if I ask what your name is?
yes, absolutely.
Okay. Alright, so may I ask why you're recording people?
Of course.
Okay. So how come you're recording people?
All right, guys, now more officers begin arriving, and you can instantly feel the auditor becoming more defensive and sarcastic toward law enforcement. Instead of restarting the same conversation repeatedly, he directs the newer officers toward the first cop already handling the situation. This section perfectly captures how these audits often become a test, not only for citizens, but also for officers responding under pressure while surrounded by frustrated bystanders. The real question becomes whether everyone involved can keep emotions under control before things escalate into unnecessary conflict.
Or videotaping?
I'm going to give you one answer. I'm stress testing our First Amendment right to the freedom of press in public. That's it. I don't have any other answers to any other questions for you.
Okay. I was just we got calls from the store and other people saying that they didn't want you videotaping them, all that. But I was just making sure you what you were doing.
Was it not obvious enough with the phone, or?
Hey, I just gotta ask, man. I just gotta clarify everything. Alrighty.
Anything else I can clarify for you?
Maybe in a little bit. I'm gonna check in with them, see what else we got. But as of right now, that's it.
Sweet. All right. Just make sure when you come back for me, just make sure you have the CAD number or the incident number written down for me. Thank you. Now she's going inside to double check the Constitution in a dispensary.
Buckle up, guys, because now the focus shifts away from recording and onto selective enforcement. The auditor points out a truck allegedly blocking traffic, while criticizing officers for ignoring it because they are too focused on the camera situation. Whether viewers agree or disagree with him, the point he's making is that people often demand enforcement only when they personally feel uncomfortable. This moment adds another layer to the encounter because it turns from a filming dispute into a broader debate about fairness, consistency, and public accountability from authorities.
Another one. How's it going? What's up, buddy? I'm not going to answer any questions. You can go figure it out from that guy. Other one pulling up in the background here. Just might. That'd be kind of ridiculous. 3 units. But maybe not. Well, there they go. So, let's see what the verdict is here. We're gonna stand over here on the other side where I was before, and we'll see what happens. Better put those handcuffs away. I'll go with no on that one.
Alright guys, this is probably one of the calmer and more productive moments in the entire encounter. The officer provides the CED number, explains how body cameras work, and even gives badge numbers after being asked. Instead of arguing, both sides actually communicate respectfully for once. The auditor acknowledges the professionalism, and the officer responds without ego or hostility. Honestly, moments like this show how quickly these interactions can de-escalate when everyone simply treats each other with basic respect instead of turning every disagreement into a personal battle.
Here he tries to spin this. Hey, your car's parked in the middle of the roadway, dude. You're impeding traffic. But obviously you're upset, so they're not going to talk to you about that. That pesky Constitution thing there. Darn. Not for you. You seem normal. You seem reasonable.
Hey, you're right, man.
You should really advise this guy to get his truck out of the roadway, though. He's impeding a little bit of traffic here.
Gotcha. We're gonna take care of that. Here's the so right here. I know.
Here we go again, guys, because even after things calm down with police, the tension with bystanders refuses to disappear. Another woman continues demanding the recording stop, but the auditor keeps reinforcing his belief that constitutional rights override personal discomfort in public spaces. Meanwhile, the officers remain surprisingly patient while standing nearby and monitoring the situation. This part really highlights the clash between legality and emotion. Just because something is legal doesn't automatically mean everyone around it will feel comfortable or supportive of it happening.
It says victim information.
Yep.
It's what I had available.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that's the event number. If
Sweet.
you would like a physical copy of anything, you can come by the police department and pick that up.
Absolutely.
It might take a little bit.
You guys don't have body cams?
We do. Right.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay, good,
Yes,
good. I didn't see that.
All right, and then that's me right there. And
Sweet.
then my badge.
Could I just get her and his badge number and names as well, just so I know who responded today?
Let me go ask them. I'm pretty sure they'll be fine with it. but I'll go check with them.
I mean, I'm sure you guys have it in your policy somewhere that you have to identify and at least be a little bit professional,
I'm
you know?
positive, but let me verify that for you.
This ain't my first rodeo. I know it's not yours either.
Close?
No, they're open. No. Okay.
All right, guys. Now the situation takes another turn when the auditor claims one of the angry bystanders has been making threats toward him. To their credit, officers immediately position themselves between both parties to prevent further escalation. That's exactly what professional policing is supposed to look like, maintaining peace without creating additional problems. Meanwhile, the auditor continues reminding everyone how much time and energy was wasted over somebody simply holding a phone in public. Whether you agree with his style or not, the reactions clearly became the bigger spectacle.
Thank you. I thought you weren't going to ask again. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, the Constitution trumps all, dude. Even your hurt feelings, yes, that too.
There you go, sir. Alright, so if you want to know the specifics, my badge number is 753. The other officer right there dealing with that gentleman is 743.
You want to just write the last initial for me? I don't care if you write me the whole last name or not, at least an initial, just so I can... My memory's not that good, you know?
I got you.
That's why I record everything. It's a lot easier to remember that way.
I don't blame you. Alright, so that is Officer Benitez. That's
Yep.
the one I rolled up with.
Yep.
That's my training officer.
Okay.
And then that is Officer Conti. That is his number.
Sweet.
And then
Thank you very
mine's just
much.
right next to it.
All right. Awesome, man. Thank you very much.
Anything else for me?
No, man, I just want to say thank you for being professional and thank you for handling things the way they should be handled and cordially.
Hey, no
Thank you very
problem,
much.
man.
I wish we had a little bit more common sense here today from everybody else, but to each their own.
Buckle up, guys, because the ending stages of this encounter become a strange mix of lingering frustration, sarcasm, and exhausted emotions from everyone involved. The bystanders continue throwing comments back and forth, while the auditor keeps responding with sharp remarks about constitutional rights and public recording. At this point, nobody is really changing anyone's mind anymore. It becomes more about pride and getting the last word. Still, compared to many public confrontations online, this situation avoided arrests, physical violence, or complete chaos, which honestly says a lot.